Hey guys, this is the first Florida episode of Portioning with Jason, episode 3. I'm going to be making a St. Patrick's Day special called the Liu family's famous cucumber salad. As you see here, I have a very awesome batch of already sliced cucumbers, thanks to my man Benjamin Babish teaching me good chopping skills. I also got some uncloved garlic right here. So I'm going to try to basically chop these garlic as I prepare. So this is one of the more easier recipes I have for portioning with Jason, but it's a very important recipe because cucumber is one of my favorite green foods, and also in honor of St. Patrick's Day, it's a great food to eat in general. So while I prepare, I'm just going to talk about a few things in regards to my YouTube channel. So episode 10, season 4, episode 2, which will actually feature my Be Rumi Graham. It's going to be a mixer of St. Patrick's Day and also Universal Studios Tableau. That's correct. I've begun learning Tableau at work and also for personal enjoyment. Tableau is a very interesting program in terms of like BI, business intelligence, and also it's very good for analytics as well. But without further ado, here's how I'm going to be making this amazing recipe. So very simple recipe, not too complicated, um, very straightforward. First of all, you got, of course, the garlic over here. You got the garlic. Then you got the cucumber over here. You got some sugar as well. Ignore the turkey bun, it's actually sugar in here. Then you got pure sesame oil, or mayo in Chinese. Then you got some zhejiang vinegar, which is like something you saw in their specialty Asian store. And finally, of course, you got some good old soy sauce. So let me lower the camera and show you what I'm doing right now in terms of preparing, and making this special St. Patrick's Day family special. As you can see here, I have some uncloved garlic. So I'm first going to wash some garlic to make sure I don't get like E. coli. Awesome. Now I'm going to begin peeling the garlic. You don't want to eat the skin of the garlic. It's not good for you. So begin peeling the garlic. As you can see, these are some quality Kirkland Costco garlic. So back in Massachusetts, I used to usually go to BJ's, Wegmans, if I'm feeling frisky, maybe Whole Foods. Here in Florida, it's basically just Costco straight up. And maybe every once in a while, Publix. These are some pretty quality ingredients. But as you can see, even though quality is their brand name, there are still a lot of things you need to fix with the garlic. For example, if there's anything black on the garlic, like this dimple over here, chop it off. Otherwise, you're going to get sick if you eat my recipe. You're going to get sick if you eat my recipe if you don't chop off the dimples. So I chop off the dimple, which is very important. Then I continue peeling the rest of my garlic here. So this recipe takes literally, once everything's mise en place, 5 minutes. But because I'm literally showing you live how to prepare the recipe, I'm going to take a little bit longer. So usually St. Patrick's means a lot of, drinking, a lot of fun. Yes, you will be seeing some drinking in episode 2, though it's not going to be much. It's just going to be a game of never have I ever with my roomie. But it's also very important to understand that that was actually technically 2 months ago on MLK weekend. So technically it's a throwback within the episode 2 for August and 10. As you can see here, some of these cloves are hard to peel, so I'm gonna have to be a little more patient than the usual. Luckily, I have plenty of time to actually do this episode, so that's good. So here's a nice little joke for St. Patrick's Day. Why did Lucky the leprechaun cross the road? So you could be able to get to the place he wants in a Belfast way. So yep, the garlic had been peeled. Now, normally chopping garlic is not easy if you have like, not good knife skills. Just going to chop off the ends and then just start straight up slicing. Now, of course, that right there was not very professional. So you want to do a more angled scale slicing. Remember, it's about quality over speed here for slicing garlic. You don't want to sliver thin. It's not like, MasterChef slicing competition. We want it thin enough that you can like be able to take a bite of the garlic. And by the way, if you don't like garlic, you add ginger, any type of spice you want. So it doesn't have to be garlic for this recipe. But traditionally, garlic is good for your stomach and immune system. All right, the garlic have been chopped. And speaking of chopped, Two Hype has done a great job with their chopped channel. So, time to get another special ingredient. That's right, this beautiful bowl. So why do I need this beautiful bowl? In order to get the juices squeezed out. And now I'm going to show you behind the scenes sink camera. So you have now in-depth camera view of my sink, how I'm going to be able to make it. Pardon the mess, I was busy chopping cucumbers before I aired this episode. So you put the bowl over here, you have your freshly chopped cucumbers, and now you want to add in a particular ingredient, salt. So why do you add in salt? To cure the cucumbers. So you want to be able to cure the cucumbers here. So I'm gonna leave them aside for now. First, I'm gonna have to wash my bowl to make it more hygienic. Next, I take the cure, I rub it around the cucumber so it loses its moisture very quickly. Otherwise, the cucumber becomes very hard and chewy, which is not what you want in this recipe. You want the salt to be able to cure the cucumber nice and easy. Remember, I've tried raw cucumber straight up and it's not tasty. It's like borderline unpleasant, even in a hot summer day. Cured cucumber is more efficient, and also the mayo, the sesame oil will help you be able to basically kill off any bacteria you had in this cucumber. So it's a very healthy immune system way to eat cucumber. So once the cure has been applied, add a little water to help it cure faster. And we're ready for the squeezing process. So in Chinese, this is called 小切黄瓜, sliced and cured cucumber. So I grab a few cucumbers, I squeeze out all the cured juice. So you can see I'm squeezing out all the cured juice over here. You want to squeeze very hard. If you don't have a squeezer, just use like hand squeezer to help you do it. But the squeeze will help you cure the cucumber nice and thin. You don't want to squeeze too many at once. You want to squeeze maybe like 5 or 6 at once, like enough to cover your fist. Of course, if one hand doesn't do, you could use 2 hands to help you do the job. So you can see this takes some practice, squeezing ambidextrously the cucumber and making sure all the moisture, as you can see here, is being squeezed out. It took me about 2 years of practice to get to this stage. Here's another St. Patrick's Day joke. Why did the Trix bunny go get his cereal? In order to have some Lucky Charms. So the beauty of this recipe is that you don't have any cooking at all. That's right. This is the only episode so far from Portion with Jason or any cooking thing I've done on my channel that doesn't require any cooking. No heat, no microwave, nothing. Just straight up curing, curing, curing. And that makes this one of the trickier recipes to master because of the cure. Like when my mom and dad taught me this recipe, and even when I was back with my partner in person, we used to really think about what's the best way to cure the food. Because the first time I tried it back in VU years, I almost got somebody food poisoned because I wasn't curing it properly. Fingers crossed that this doesn't happen again today. So that would really suck on St. Patty's and you get food poisoning. That would be bad. That'd be worse than downing Guinness and not having a good time afterwards. You can see I'm almost done with the squeezing process. It just takes a little bit of time. This is obviously the most labor-intensive part of the process, but it does help you get a better appreciation to how these recipes are being made. So don't get me wrong, I like HelloFresh, I like DoorDash, I like even all sorts of fast ways to cook meals. But I think the best way, and as the old saying says, experience is the best teacher. So I'm a bit of old-fashioned when it comes to cookery. I've had my fill of fast meals and fast food and frozen food at BU Northeastern. But now here in Florida, everything is fresh as it can be. So yeah, Asian Florida man does cook food fresh-wise. So there you go. Ta-da, cured cucumbers. So let me get back to the regular cam and just actually be able to show my face. Because I'll show you one thing that I particularly have a pet peeve with in this episode. And a pet peeve with in general when it comes to St. Patrick's. So the one and only pet peeve I don't like about St. Patrick's, and I've seen this in Simpsons episode, is bullying people for not wearing green. Or in Chinese, chifubiran, or in Spanish, tonto con otros. Just like the sugar, I'm about to put it with the cucumber. A little joke, you know, making fun of people not wearing green St. Patrick's might be a little speck of sugar, but if you do too much, it'll become a whole bottle of sugar dumped on somebody's head, like an ACL ice challenge, ALS ice challenge. I know back then, not wearing green meant only one thing: cyberbullying and bullying if you don't do that on St. Patrick's Day. However, now this day and age, not everybody celebrates this holiday, especially them people whom have, shall we say, religious complications with it. So it is very cognizant to be aware of those who are still not the most, shall we say, jubilant in this holiday. So anyway, now let me finish off the recipe. The garlic, I'm not going to just dump them into the dish. I'm going to wash them in the water one more time. So give me a moment. All right, time to finish off the episode and also the recipe. So I'm putting my cutting board aside and putting it back down to the dish. So you can see I basically put the garlic and the cucumber together. And now I put the sugar on there as well, so that's very good. So add in about maybe 1 teaspoon of soy sauce. Don't overpower the dish with soy sauce. Add in about another teaspoon of zhejiang vinegar, which will help, make it a more sweet and sour taste. And finally, I got some nice pure sesame oil to douse on this thing. So you could really go crazy with sesame oil, maybe 2 teaspoons. Then basically toss it around and really make sure it goes well. You can grab a chopstick, and I'll up the camera a little bit. You can grab a chopstick and make sure it doesn't spill over and dirty your computer like what just happened. You could basically be able to mix it around, make it nice and good, make it nice and smooth. And I'm almost done mixing. So there you have it. The Liu family famous, and also Jason's famous cucumber salad a la garlic. So that is episode 3, portioning with Jason. Be sure to check out Algo's Intense Season 4, episode 2, Universal Lucky Charms. Like and subscribe. Thank you.